Hey everybody, welcome back to Ozarks Wheeling. We've got a good forecast today. We're supposed to have a bunch of snow later this afternoon. Hopefully it's going to drop us some to go play in tomorrow, which that's what the plan is. We've got one of the guys that's been in the group a long time. It's really good on the trails and everything. He's going to go out and lead us all to go play in the snow. So hopefully we'll have something to play in. If not, we'll still have some good trails to go on because Adam does a great job all the time. So I'm working on today trying to see about putting my new camera that I got. It's the 360 camera. It's supposed to give me a 360 view of the whole way around. I'm trying to figure out how to mount it onto the Jeep here. I mean, I'm not quite sure what to do. I thought about on top of the light bar, but I just doesn't know to be in the right spot. And the problem with the top of the Jeep is it's fiberglass. So it's not like I can attach, you know, a magnet to it or anything, and I don't want to drill any holes and I don't want to glue it. I tried last night playing around with some straps, but I'm just not quite sure what to do. So I'll play around with it, see if I get it figured out. If I do, I'll come back and I'll show you kind of what I got figured out. If I don't, I'll still have video tomorrow. I've got the cameras I'm going to attach to the Jeep. We'll go out and play in the snow and hopefully have some good footage for you guys. So stay tuned. All right, so I racked my brain and thought, and I can't figure out a way to put this thing up there without, you know, doing damage to my Jeep. So we're going to try out a little thing. I'm just going to try some double-sided tape. I just found a piece of metal that I had laying around the shop, just, you know, a bracket from something, I don't know. And I put a couple of pieces of double-sided tape on it, and then I'm just going to take and put it up on top and try to double-side tape and see if that'll attach or not. One key thing that I don't know if you guys know this, or maybe I'm just being stupid, but if you take your heat gun and put some heat to it, the double-sided tape will stick a whole lot better. Especially heat up what you're putting it on first. Like I took this piece of metal that I've got and I just held it up here in front of my little heat lamp for just a minute. And I got a heat gun that I'm going to use right here. I'm just take that when I go up on top of the Jeep and I'm going to try to heat up my top a little bit and see if I can get that to stick real well. Because the magnet I've got, the magnets are nice and strong. I mean, it's definitely going to stick no matter what. So I'm not too worried about that because I have ones like right here where I have it on my bumper. I mean, that thing's super strong. And you see my other videos where I was riding on the front, that's what I've been using. I have a different magnet that I have here. It's one like this. Got a good strong magnet on the bottom. I'll slap that on there, and the main thing I'm worried about is the camera falling off. I mean, I just don't want to lose the camera, you know, because it's kind of expensive, and I want to have it for future videos too. So we'll try the double-sided tape. I do have roof rails that I ordered for the top, you know, where you put luggage on and stuff, and they're metal, so that would be a good base I can either strap something to, or I can even weld something to it, or glue or strap, or somehow, you know, attach it to where it's not going to come off. So, but for now, we're going to have to do the double-sided tape because those things aren't coming in just yet. So we'll try it out and we'll see how it goes. All right, well, let's try to put that up there on top. And, you know, the thing is about being disabled and all, I said it takes me 10 times as long to do everything. So a lot of problems I have is, okay, one, I lifted my Jeep. It's got a 2.5-inch lift, 35-inch tires. So, of course, it makes it even taller. I'm 6'3", so I still, you know, can get in and out of the Jeep. It's actually the perfect height for me just to slide my butt in and slide right across. And then I can use the momentum of sliding in to just basically throw my leg up in with me, because I can't lift it, but I've got the muscles in my hip that I can take and, you know, just basically swing my leg up. Most of the time it works. Sometimes it doesn't. I end up looking like an idiot sitting there grabbing my leg and trying to pull it up in there. But ladders suck too. So I have this little step ladder here. I take one step at a time and it makes things, you know, harder. So we'll go ahead and use this to get up on top of the Jeep. So we'll climb up here. And as you can see, this is totally fiberglass. There's not really anything you can do about, you know, putting a magnet on it. It doesn't stick. I'm going to guess to put this thing towards in the middle somewhere. So we'll pop this little tripod out here. There we go, the little tripod out. And, main thing you want to do is you want to make sure this is nice and clean. I'm kind of thinking I want to put it like right up in here. Seems like a good spot. That way you can get a good view of the front. I mean, you don't really need to see the back lawn wheeling. So I've actually found, you can use whatever you want to clean with. I just use some good old-fashioned cheapo glass cleaner. Grab your rag, and then I like the glass cleaner just because it evaporates. It doesn't really leave anything behind. Of course, now I'm gonna have this nice big clean spot on top here. But then once you've done that, get your heat gun. And of course, you want to dry it real well with the heat gun. But you're also heating up the spot too, because the double-sided tape doesn't stick that well to cold surfaces. It just doesn't stick very well. So use your heat gun and get it nice and warm. It'll stick a whole lot easier. And you don't want to get it too hot because you don't want to, cause any damage to your paint or anything like that. And so then I'll take this and I'll just run the heat gun on it for a minute. And that helps activate that stickiness. And so then we're just going to plop this thing right down here like this. Press it on there real good. And then I'll heat it up again from the back side. And there we go. Now, that's on there pretty tight, so we'll just have to see for sure if that's going to work or not. Let me grab my magnet and we'll find out. All right, there we go. Nice and attached with that double-sided tape. It's pretty strong. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And I got my magnet that I'm going to use up here. Slap it on there, and yeah, that's pretty sturdy. I mean, it's not really moving around. Wait a minute. That ain't going nowhere. I mean, you got to say it. I mean, you can't say, well, that's not going anywhere. No, it has to be, that ain't going nowhere. Otherwise, it falls off. I mean, we all know this. So anyway, now, of course, this isn't going to be super incredibly strong. My main thing is just worried about if a branch brushes against it, it's not going to knock it off. Plus, climbing up here when I don't have my step ladder and I'm out in the field, it'd be nice if I could just go ahead and maybe even put the camera up here before I leave. I don't know if I'd do that or not, but at least have everything ready to go. Oh, that's pretty tight. I mean, I don't think that's going to cause a problem. I've used double-sided tape before on different things. I've even used it on this top whenever I was had Christmas lights and stuff, and when I peeled it off, it didn't cause any damage to it. Didn't take any paint off, didn't cause any issues whatsoever. So I'm pretty confident I won't have to worry about this double-sided tape causing any problems. So, but there it is. Hopefully we get some really good shots with it. I know this is all pretty simplistic. I know you guys have watched other videos of people that are, putting in axles and rebuilding engines and stuff like that. Great. I mean, but this is me. This is what I'm doing. This is the stuff that I'm having to deal with because I'm disabled and I have a hard time doing things. And so I'm just sharing with the stuff that I do. I really just want to share my adventures out on the trails, show you the different trails and stuff. But this is stuff I have to do to get ready to go out on the trail, So hopefully this works out pretty well. And I've got a little extension thing that I can put on there that put the camera up a little bit high, so hopefully it gets all the way around it. I haven't used the 360 camera yet, so it'll be a learning experience for both of us. You may not even see any of the footage because it may all suck. We'll just have to see. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Tomorrow we're going to go out on the snow trail and have a good snow run. I think it was called the pop-up snow run. I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun no matter whether there's a foot of snow on the ground or there's a dusting of snow on the ground. We're still going to have lots of fun because, hey, we're in our Jeep and we're out on the trail, and I'm not sitting in that house in my recliner feeling sorry for myself. So hope you guys have liked the video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. I've seen a bunch of you have already subscribed to my channel. That makes me feel great. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys have liked it enough that you do subscribe, and I hope you guys continue to come back and watch my videos. But anyway, there we go. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a good day.